Hey guys, I'm just going live here. Let me give people a few minutes to jump on. This actually isn't related to my health and fitness. It's related to this little hang on one second. I'm trying to get this fixed. I can add somebody. Is that it? No. Hang on, guys. I'm new at this whole, there we go. Add a person. Okay, so I wanted to just talk about this because I was introduced to it by Emily. She goes to church with me, but I wanted to, I had seen her post and I had seen some of the things that she put up, and I was curious because my son is 5 and he definitely comes from a family who has a hereditary ADHD background for sure. Our pediatrician was very much against, prescribing something for him at such a young age. And I understand that, I myself take a medication for ADHD and it's very harsh on your body. And so I can't imagine, a 5-year-old taking that. So I wanted to share his journey so far. I was able to get some supplements called the Little Yellow Pill from Emily, and I was kind of skeptical too because there's so many businesses out there, there's so many people out there selling things, that I was kind of like, I don't know. I've seen all the success stories, but it hadn't hit me home yet. Well, I got some samples from Emily and I wanted to try Drake on them throughout the summer because summer, since I'm a teacher, it's a little bit more flexible for us in the summer, and I wanted to see how it would, affect his behavior, to see if it, helped him at all in any way. And I actually started him on it, and I couldn't believe the difference. We actually ran out of samples, and so I went ahead and placed my order, and it's going to be here by Friday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Emily, you have to take Drake. I can't deal with him. I can't believe the difference that it's made for him. And I even have some samples here. Of course, because it's my teacher mom brain. Over the summer, I give my son some activities to keep his brain fresh throughout the summer because, him having that ADHD, he definitely tends to, be a little wild. So I thought, we're going to have some structure. So I got this, I'll try to show you, this sight word pre-primer booklet for him to do over the summer from a teacher friend of mine who teaches kindergarten. And so she's like, this will be a great tool for him to use during the school year, during the summer, to get him ready. So I want to show you these dates and some comparisons really quick. So I'm going to turn my screen around. So hang on a sec, guys. Okay. There we go. All right. So I want you to look at the dates on these. Okay. Because that's what's the most important for right now. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me get these all organized. There's glue, so they're a little sticky. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I know this is crazy, but I wanted you to see the difference. Okay, so take a look at these two dates. Look at May 27th. Okay, look at his name. Okay, look at it here and look at it here. This was before we started the sample of the little yellow pill. Okay, now look at these two. Look at them. They're on the line. This is after him taking it for a couple of days. I actually got the first supplement from Emily, I think the day after this, on 5/28. So on 5/28, he started taking it, and this was on 6/4 because we had a gap because we had some stuff come up over the weekend. But look at the difference in his name just from being on it. Like, look at this, okay? And then look how neat it is. And then I want you to look at this difference, okay? It took him, see how these sheets are? All they do is they trace the word, write it in the box and circle it, and then they glue. It took him 30 minutes to do just these 2 sheets, 30, okay? I want you to look at that, 30 minutes, okay? And then when he was on the little yellow pill, it took him 5 minutes, okay? It took him 5 minutes to do these 2. Now look how neat they are. Okay, look how neat his name is. Look how neat and pretty much accurate. Like, look at that. He completed these in 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes, okay? So then, today's date, I want you to go back and look at these 2. We did these 2 today, Okay, and I want you to, and we actually ran out of the little yellow pill. I want you to look at his name again. Okay, look at that. This is off the little yellow pill compared to, let me show you when we were on the little yellow pill. All right, look at that. Okay, these, sorry, not that one. I think it was this one. Yeah. Okay, look at the name here on the line. Okay, now look at the names here off the little yellow pill. Okay, this is off. You know how long it took us to do these sheets this morning? It took us almost 40 minutes. 40 minutes to do these 2 sheets off the little yellow pill. Like, that's all I needed to convince me, guys. 40 minutes it took us to do these 2 little sheets right here. Okay. I don't know what your kid's going through. I don't know what kind of hereditary family things you have going on in your family, but I'm just telling you right now that my poor child, I can't imagine what he feels in his little body when he's not on the little yellow pill, but I can tell you, I didn't have to argue with him. I didn't have to fight with him. He sat there and completed both of those sheets in 5 minutes, and they were accurate. Okay, those other sheets that we did today, like I texted Emily right away and I was like, oh my gosh, you need to take Jake until my pills come in. I can't deal with this. Like, totally different kid. And I was telling her is that he seemed so much happier. Like, he seemed happy when he was on it because he could control his impulses. He could stop himself enough to think before he acted. I'm a teacher, people. This is real life. Like, I do this for a living every day, and I can tell you, I can tell when, you know, the kids that I work with don't take their medications. I can tell when Drake is not taking his little yellow pill. And if your child has autism or they have ADHD or they have other attention issues, I highly recommend that you try this. I mean, what do you have to lose? I mean, you know, all these medications out there like Vyvanse and Adderall, I mean, they're all great medications, but they're stimulants and they have side effects. Like, have you ever looked at the side effects of those medications? As an adult, I'm not so much worried about those, but I'm worried about those side effects for my 5-year-old. And so, you know, I wanted something that's more natural, that's more healthy. That way, you know, when he becomes an adult, if he chooses to go that stimulant route, that's going to be his choice. But as the parent, you know, I wanted him to be on something that he feels okay with, that doesn't totally alter who he is as a kid. And, you know, it's well worth it. I mean, what I've seen so far, I can't wait for him to start school in August, and I can't wait to see what his teachers think, because he's been at Crooked River last year for pre-K, so they know how he was off of it. And so I'll be curious to see next year, you know, when we have him on it regularly, what their view of him is, because he's a different little boy. There's no arguing with him. Like, I say, go make your bed, and he goes to make it. Like, there's no like, but mommy, you know, none of that. Like, he just does okay, and he does it. So, I mean, you know, what does it hurt? It's worth trying. It's worth investing in. Do your research. That's what I did. I looked it up. I looked up the company. I looked up the ingredients. I even called my pediatrician, guys, who said, you know, she has a couple of other parents. She's like, it's safe to give Drake. You can give it to him. All the ingredients are all natural. It's safe to give him. And she's, I have a couple other parents whose children that I see, and they swear by it. So if my doctor says she has other patients whose parents give it to their kid and it's working, I think that's enough for me to say, okay, if my doctor says that her other patients' parents are swearing by it, then, you know, it's worth giving it a try. And I can tell you just from my last 2-week experience with taking the using the samples that she gave me, it's made a huge difference. So I can't wait to dive in and go all in. I can't wait for him to be on it for 30 days straight and just see how that helps him. So if you're thinking about it, do your research, check into it. Guys, this is like totally legit. Please hit up Emily, Emily Chapman Dawson. You can find her on Facebook, or if you want to message me, I'll send you her info. But this is like life-changing, guys. My little guy here has made a huge difference in his life. So Drake, want to say hey to everybody?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
So he doesn't like to take it, but I have to crush it up in yogurt. But he does love yogurt, and he realizes how much it helps him. So he, you know, knows he has to take it in the morning. So I hope this has been really helpful. If you've been thinking about it and you've been researching it and you just haven't quite, you know, you just have that feeling like, I don't know if I want to try it. I'm telling you, don't wait, try it. It is well worth every penny. And my child is a different kid. So you guys have a great day, and I hope you will consider the little yellow pill.